But what I noticed, too, is the Never Trumpers have left, I think, the party. I really do. I fully expected to run onto a few here and there. Nothing.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, well, Jimmy, here's the way I look at it. The 4 years we've had of Barack Obama, these last 4 years, are the direct result of people who didn't vote for Mitt Romney. For whatever reason you didn't like him, he was certainly a lesser evil than 4 additional years of Barack Obama. So all I can say to Never Trump people is this. Please just use a little common sense. Take your emotions out of it. Take the whole primary process out of it and look at what you're doing when you say, I'm going to support an idiot like Evan McMullin or Jill Stein or any other candidate. Because you know what? And I was going to talk about this later in the show. The Communist Party endorses Hillary Clinton, folks. Are you kidding me? They endorsed Barack Obama. You've had a Communist Party endorsed candidate in for 8 years. As an American, you should be horrified that we allowed that to happen.
Yeah. Well, the white nationalists support Trump. So
and that's such nonsense. I'm so tired of the media pegging on that. It's Hillary Clinton who is endorsed by the white nationalists, not Donald Trump. Donald Trump is no racist. All right, what else you got, Jimmy?
Oh, that's about it. It was an interesting convention. A lot of you can see it. You can see the party becoming more and more libertarian progressively as we go to these conventions over the years. It's you see the booths that are there. A lot more pro-choice on vaccines. The Freedom Foundation trying to make government smaller, get rid of unnecessary licensing and things like that, where you never saw that 8 years ago when I got involved in this.
Well, that's kind of a good thing, too, I guess. As Matt said in the last show, government is the problem, not the solution. And people need to understand that because people who don't produce, government by its very nature is a parasite. Now, sometimes that parasitic relationship is necessary. You have to have roads. You have to have a military to protect us. Some of those things are necessary. But when you allow them to get in and do the job of local communities and states instead of letting the local community and the state handle it, you're just adding another layer of bureaucracy to it. And that's what we need to get rid of, especially in the educational system. We have way too many levels of bureaucracy in there. You don't need that. I've been over it. I won't go there again. But Jimmy, thanks for the call. I'll touch base with me again next week, and we'll go from there. I want to get in some other tracks before we're done here.
Okay. Have a good day.
Thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate it as always. Bye-bye. Okay, so Derek, I want to talk about Hillary Clinton. We just went over the hypocrisy of her calling Donald Trump a racist when she's the real racist. Let's talk about Hillary Clinton and her server and her email problems. The FBI had a lot of problems, and it's kind of mind-numbing that the FBI couldn't re-engineer the server pieces to get all the emails they needed to. But let's listen to track 4. This is the tech firm that hid Hillary's emails, bragging about it. Go ahead and run that.
They were using something called BleachBit. You don't use BleachBit for yoga emails or for bridesmaids emails. When you're using BleachBit, it is something you really do not want the world to see.
Okay, so BleachBit. That is Hillary Clinton basically if you ever watched Dexter, the show, they use bleach to clean up all the blood so that you can't trace it and there's no evidence, right? There's a reason it's called BleachBit. This is a software program designed to hide evidence, to hide emails. Hillary Clinton is as guilty. You know what? Director Comey said there was no intent. Yes, she did all these different things, but there was no intent. Well, I'm sure there was no intent for General Petraeus and these submarine guys that took the pictures that we talked about last week who are going to jail for a year because they had pictures of the inside of a sub on a selfie on their phone, right? There was probably no intent there either, and yet he's going to serve a year. Why isn't Hillary? The intent was, you bought a private server. I'd say that's intent. You could have just used the government server. There's really nothing easier than just using the government server and the government-provided email, right? I mean, it's crazy. Was that track 4 or 5, Derek? That was 4. All right, so let's go down to the one after that, and let's listen to that one.
Secretary Clinton said she never sent or received any classified information over her private email. Was that true?
Our investigation found that there was classified information sent.
Secretary Clinton said there was nothing marked classified on her emails either sent or received. Was that true?
That's not true.
Secretary Clinton said, I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email. There is no classified material. Was that true?
There was classified material emailed.
Secretary Clinton said she used just one device. Was that true?
She used multiple devices.
Secretary Clinton said all work-related emails were returned to the State Department. Was that true?
No, we found work-related emails.
Secretary Clinton said her lawyers read every one of the emails and were overly inclusive. Did her lawyers read the email content individually?
No.
All right. The very fact that she fabricated, that she lied, shows intent. And it's impossible to believe that Director Comey didn't follow up on questions of intent. You don't even need to follow up. It's there. She bought a server. That's intent. She lied about why she wanted to have a private server. That's intent. These are all is this the woman you want to have as president of the United States of America? Have you not had enough of non-transparency and lies over the last 8 years? Do you want another 4 years of this? And you need to ask yourself what this country will look like after 4 years of Hillary Clinton. You might as well call it 8, because if she gets 4, she's in for 8. Maybe longer. God knows it's the Clintons. They get whatever they want. They could change the Constitution and give her Queen Hillary. If she gets to put her own Supreme Court together that is doing everything she asked them to do, and don't think she won't. She won't pick constitutional people to put on the Supreme Court. She will put people on there that help her agenda along. And her agenda is all about getting more money and more power for her foundation, for her people, for her crony capitalist friends. That's what it comes down to. How much time we got, Derek? Okay, so we don't have enough time to go. We're going to save the rest of this. Next week, Pastor Rick will be filling in for me. We're going to pick this up again on the 10th of September, so we're going to save the rest of this and go through it again. But, folks, this is what you've got to do. You have to see those 3 movies that Joe and I talked about earlier on the show. Go see 13 Hours. That's an enjoyable movie. It's action-packed. It's a great movie. It's not only got some great information, it's factual. Go see Clinton Cash. You can see it for free on your computer. It's right there, a link. I'll put it on the link on the Daily Drift tomorrow so that you can just click on it and watch it again. And then make sure you go see Hillary's America, because I'm telling you, folks, you need to educate yourself and spread that around to people. As Theron said earlier, you've got to get the numbers out there. So make sure you're doing that. All right, until next week, go to thedailydrift.com. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.